Hey everyone, James Niggemeyer here. Thank you for tuning back into the YouTube channel. Today I'd like to do another tournament ramblings video, maybe a part 2 from the one that I posted Friday, which was videoed on Thursday, which was day 1 of the Bassmaster Open there on Lake Norfolk out of Mountain Home, Arkansas. And that event ended up being canceled. This morning I was getting ready for the event and I got a text around 5 a.m. saying they were going to go ahead and cancel the event, which was disappointing. I really felt like I was on an emerging pattern that I discovered during the event on day 1. As I discussed previously on the Friday's video, I really planned to do some sight fishing and then do some cranking and pitch a finesse jig around, and I was hoping that I could really, put together a nice day on those types of things. But because the rain came in on the registration day, which the registration day was canceled as well because of lightning and thunder and really severe weather threats and possibly even hail that was supposed to happen, they just figured it's best if nobody show up for the registration, and we'll just go ahead and plan on having the event on Friday morning, which I felt like was a good call because really don't want to have anyone driving on the streets. It was pouring and it was lightning and thunder, and it was a bad scenario. Nobody needed to be out on the street, not 233 anglers and their wives and family or anything like that. So they went ahead and canceled the registration, had the event on Thursday, and there was a lot of lightning. Probably more lightning in one day than I've fished through in several years now. But those were the plans that I had for the event, to do those types of things. And really, I had to shift on the fly because I noticed after I went into a couple pockets that there was more stain in the water, and I wasn't going to be able to see the fish that I had planned to see visually on beds. So I said, I feel like with the higher water, the stain, the wind, and the rain, spinnerbait should be good. Those fish would be less weary because in that really clear water and that type of reservoir, that Highland impoundment reservoir, those fish were very, very finicky. And so I thought, we'll use this to our advantage. After I kind of decided to make that game change, I went into the next pocket, throwing a spinnerbait, and caught like a 2 3/4, which ended up being my second biggest fish for the day. And I just kind of ran with that. And it was great because by 10:30 I was culling, and I wasn't throwing a real big spinnerbait. It was just a 1/4 ounce size with a Colorado willow, silver, and then a gold. And then I was putting a little swim bait on the back of it and just kind of reeling it and stuttering my reel, and just kept covering lots of water. And it was a lot of fun. There's not many tournaments these days where you can just pick up a spinnerbait and cover water, and that's what I did, and really felt like I could have had the opportunity for a bigger bag. I mean, I didn't get the bites to have that bigger bag, but I felt like I was doing the right thing. Ended up catching another one about 3.5, and I had those 5 that weighed 12.5, and I was in 68th, and that's where I obviously ended up finishing for the event. But that's really what happened. And unfortunately, this is the second event of a 4-event series where we've had the 3-day event cut down to 1. We cut a lot of the competition out of the event. We've fished 4 of a possible 6 days this year. Currently, I'm in 76th place, a friend of mine told me this morning. Top 50 qualifies for the EQ kind of postseason events and have a chance to qualify for the Elite Series. And I try not to get too wrapped up in the point system because I feel like it can really alter what you want to do. It's kind of good to have a feeling for where you are and what you need to do to kind of, set your sights on qualifying or making the next qualification, or giving yourself a goal or something to aim for. But I don't really try to do a lot of the points calculations and those types of things because I just want to have a rough ballpark of what it's going to take. And yeah, I think that with one event left, if I can finish in the money, which is a top 45, I think that I'll have a chance at qualifying for those postseason events, the EQ events. Those are higher dollar entry fee events with a higher payout, televised. And so there's a lot of there's a lot of opportunity in those events, and really anytime I fish any kind of series or tournament format, I want to always aim to qualify for whatever I can, whether it's a championship or the next league or whatever it is. So that's common, I think, with most anglers. And of course I want to win, but really that's kind of the rambling for this event, if you will. And really looks like a lot of you all watch them, and looks like you guys like this kind of a tournament wrap-up kind of a video. And I just wanted to kind of fill you in on what happened at this event, and really kind of give you a summation of how the event went for me, and really what happened after all. That's it for now, guys. I appreciate you guys watching the videos, giving me a thumbs up if you like the content, and all the comments. All the comments are great. I certainly appreciate. They're very respectful and very kind, and I thank you. I know there's been a lot of high water, flooding, and even tornadoes that have really hit hard certain parts of the country, and I will continue to pray. Until next time, thanks for watching, and good fishing.